What's up everybody, I'm HoopsandHipHop and this is a very special week. Unless you've been living under a rock or just haven't been paying any attention, then you probably know that the Nintendo Switch is launching this Friday along with the absolutely phenomenal looking game that is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm sure some of you know that I love Zelda just as much as I do Pokémon, and even though I've had to shy away from Zelda content for the time being, I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to talk about it as we approach the release of what looks to be the greatest game in the franchise. So, in order to keep it Pokémon themed while still squeezing in some Zelda content, this video is going to be going over 5 interesting connections that Pokémon shares with The Legend of Zelda. I've also brought in a fellow Zelda expert to help me with this, the one and only Zeltik.
What's up guys? So Pokémon and Zelda actually have an interesting relationship with one another thanks to their creators, Satoshi Tajiri and Shigeru Miyamoto respectively. When Pokémon was first being pitched to Nintendo, they weren't completely on board with the idea, but they were interested enough to continue looking into it. This is when Miyamoto, Zelda's creator, took the young Tajiri under his wing and helped him to develop the idea of Pokémon further, which ultimately led to its release and success. Tajiri was so thankful for the support he got from Miyamoto that Gary Oak was actually named after Miyamoto in the Japanese version of the anime, and Blue was also given the default name of Shigeru in the games.
Another connection between the franchises is that they were both inspired by childhood experiences that are nearly identical to one another. Zelda was inspired by Miyamoto's childhood of playing outdoors and exploring the forests and caves outside his hometown. Likewise, Pokémon was also inspired by Tajiri's childhood of playing outdoors and collecting insects. Very fittingly, the one key difference between these two scenarios was Miyamoto's exploration and Tajiri's bug collecting, both of which are the hallmark features of their respective franchises. This intertwinement between the two franchises is also represented quite poetically by their initial release dates. The first Zelda game on the NES was released in Japan on February 21st, 1986, and the original Pokémon games were released almost 10 years to the day afterwards, debuting on February 27th, 1996.
The immense success of Pokémon also helped to inspire a couple of Zelda games shortly after its release. The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons adopted Pokémon's concept of releasing a pair of games that can connect with one another to provide a greater experience. And just like Pokémon released an additional third game in Pokémon Yellow, Zelda's Oracle series was also planned to have a third game called the Mystical Seed of Courage. It was ultimately cancelled because communication between 3 games couldn't be figured out, but this game was represented by the Oracle Farore and the colour green, while Ages and Seasons were represented by the colours blue and red, and those colours just so happened to match the colours of the first 3 Pokémon games, red, green and blue.
For our last connection, we actually have a legit in-game reference. So if you've played both Pokémon and Zelda, you might have noticed how the Keaton mask from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask looks similar to Pikachu. Well, in the German version of Ocarina of Time, if you talk to Princess Zelda while wearing the Keaton mask, she will say, "What are you? Oh, you're one of these small cute Pokémonsters, right?" As far as I'm aware, this is the only direct in-game reference between the two franchises that has ever been made. And those were 5 connections between Pokémon and The Legend of Zelda. I hope you guys enjoyed the video because I couldn't resist giving Zelda some limelight with Breath of the Wild only a couple days away. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and let me know in the comments below if you'd ever want to see some more Zelda content in the future. I also want to let you guys know that I have seen your requests for a facts series on the spin-off regions of Pokemon such as Ori and Almia, and I just wanted to let you guys know that that will be happening, so expect the first one of those videos in the next couple weeks. Also, if you're interested in keeping up with Zelda and Breath of the Wild in the future, then definitely check out Zeltik as he is one of the best Zelda tubers on YouTube. Also, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already because I upload great Pokemon content like this every Tuesday and Saturday. With all that being said, I'll see you guys with another video soon, and until then, I'll smell you guys later.